Star Trek. Voyager did something even better than a mirror universe episode. The Star Trek franchise has long made brilliant use of the concept of the mirror universe, a twisted, alternate reality where familiar characters act in unfamiliar, darker ways. From the original Star Trek's Mirror to Deep Space Nine's multi-episode arcs exploring the Terran Rebellion, these episodes have become fan favorites for their high-stakes storytelling and character subversions. Surprisingly, though, Star Trek Voyager never featured a traditional mirror universe episode. And yet, Voyager didn't need one because it achieved something even better. Voyager's best explorations of identity, morality, and duality didn't rely on parallel universes. Instead, the series turned its focus inward, using its unique Delta Quadrant isolation to challenge its characters in profound ways. In doing so, Voyager went beyond the flashy spectacle of evil doppelgangers. It crafted psychological, philosophical, and ethical narratives that explored the essence of what the Mirror Universe episodes only hinted at, what it truly means to confront your darker self and grow from it. The Mirror Without the Mirror, Living Witness. If there's a single Voyager episode that encapsulates this better than Mirror Universe dynamic, it's Season 4's Living Witness. In this bold, thought-provoking episode, the crew of Voyager is portrayed as villainous warmongers in a museum exhibit on an alien planet, centuries after the ship's brief contact with their world. A backup copy of the Doctor is reactivated and horrified by how history has misrepresented his crew. This episode is Voyager's mirror universe, but not because of any cosmic anomaly. The version of the crew seen in the museum simulation looks like a classic mirror universe twist. Captain Janeway as a remorseless tyrant, Tuvok as a cold enforcer, Chakotay as a violent first officer with a facial tattoo covering half his face. But rather than being the real Voyager crew from a twisted dimension, these versions are imagined, historical propaganda distorted over time. Living Witness doesn't just offer viewers the thrill of seeing familiar characters in new and villainous roles. It interrogates how memory, narrative, and bias shape our understanding of history. It allows the Doctor, Voyager's sentient hologram, to stand as both witness and participant in the reclaiming of truth. In many ways, this is more interesting than a typical mirror universe tale. It forces us to ask, what if we are remembered not for who we were, but for what others needed us to be? That's a haunting question, and one Voyager explored with depth and nuance, without needing a single transporter accident or interdimensional portal. Exploring the dark side within, Mirror Universe episodes often lean into campy fun, evil Spock with a goatee, Kira as the seductive intendant, or alternate versions of Sisko and Bashir plotting revolts. These stories are entertaining, but they can sometimes feel one-dimensional. Voyager, however, preferred to explore darkness in a more intimate, personal way by turning its characters against themselves in morally ambiguous situations. Take Equinox Parts I and II, the two-part finale and opener of Seasons 5 and 6. Here, Captain Janeway is confronted with the USS Equinox, another Starfleet vessel stranded in the Delta Quadrant. But the Equinox crew, under Captain Ransom, has chosen survival over ethics, murdering alien lifeforms to power their ship home. Janeway sees in them a version of what Voyager could have become, a dark reflection not from another universe, but from different choices. As Janeway's obsession with stopping Ransom grows, even members of her crew begin to question her judgment. In this storyline, Janeway begins to resemble her own mirror, threatening prisoners and skirting morality in pursuit of justice. This isn't science fiction as metaphor. This is a real-time reckoning. Janeway is forced to confront not just Ransom's crimes, but the darkness within herself. This is more compelling than a traditional mirror universe story because it is grounded in consequence. The characters don't get to walk away when the universe resets. They live with the moral fallout, and so do we. Of course, Oblivion and the existential mirror. Another gem in Voyager's arsenal is Oblivion, a haunting and heartbreaking episode that plays with identity in a way that few science fiction stories dare. In this episode, we follow the Voyager crew as they continue their journey home, only to discover midway that they are not the real crew. They are duplicates made from a biomimetic substance from a previous episode. Their ship, their memories, Even their personalities are all genuine to them, even if they are not real in the conventional sense. This story functions as an existential mirror universe episode. Rather than confronting an alternate version of themselves, the crew confronts the possibility that they are the alternate version. The episode forces us to wrestle with the nature of identity. What does it mean to be real? Do experiences, relationships, and dreams matter if you weren't born in the original body? The tragedy, of course, Oblivion, lies in the crew's desperate bid to leave a legacy to be remembered. Their ship breaks apart before they can transmit their final message to the real Voyager, rendering their lives forgotten by all but the audience. It's an emotional sucker punch. But it's also one of Voyager's most profound statements. Meaning doesn't depend on origin, it depends on purpose, sacrifice, and love. Characters as their own mirror. Voyager also used its core characters as mirrors to themselves. The best example of this is 7 of 9, whose arc is essentially one long, introspective mirror universe. Formerly a Borg drone, 7 is constantly at odds with her dual identity, a ruthless, efficient product of a collective hive mind and an individual trying to reclaim her humanity. Her internal conflict plays out in episodes like The Raven, where memories of her assimilation resurface, and Human Error, where she tries to simulate human emotions only to discover she has been physically altered to suppress them. Unlike a mirror universe character, 7 doesn't encounter a twisted version of herself, she is that version. Or rather, she was. Her struggle to reconcile these selves is a journey more emotionally resonant than any quick trip to an evil alternate reality. Similarly, the Doctor evolves from an emotionless, limited emergency medical hologram to a full-fledged sentient being who explores art, romance, and ethical autonomy. His best episodes, Latent Image, Author, and of course, Living Witness, all ask deep questions about identity, morality, and the right to grow beyond one's programming. These are mirror universe stories in spirit, only the duality is internal, and the stakes are permanent. Why Voyager didn't need a mirror universe? There's an argument to be made that Voyager missed out by not doing a traditional mirror universe episode. After all, the sheer joy of seeing Neelix as a tyrant or Tom Paris as a ruthless mercenary could have been a treat. But Voyager's strength was never in gimmicks, it was in depth. Voyager's isolation gave it a unique narrative playground. The crew had no Federation backup, no regular contact with Starfleet, and no familiar systems of order. That allowed the show to explore how Starfleet ideals hold up under pressure without needing alternate universes to test them. Its dark stories didn't require evil doubles. It only took a stranded crew, 70,000 light years from home, struggling to maintain their humanity while navigating unknown.